5 Must-Do Things in Boston, Massachusetts. Boston's nearly 4 centuries of history are showcased by the city's must-see sites. The Massachusetts capital is home to one-of-a-kind and must-do activities for every type of traveler. Start your tour on the Freedom Trail, which will lead you to landmarks like the Paul Revere House and Boston Common, some of its most visited historic sites. Or, discover Beantown's artsy side at the Museum of Fine Arts and its fashion sense along Newbury Street. Grab a bite to eat at Quincy Market. If you're a fan of baseball, you can't miss catching a game at Fenway Park, home to the famous Red Sox. Though blowing through your travel fund is a cinch in Boston, there are also plenty of fun things to do that won't cost you a penny. You can experience the lovely Boston Public Garden and the lively Faneuil Hall Marketplace without opening your wallet. The same goes for wandering its historic neighborhoods. Explore the North End, Fenway Kenmore, or Beacon Hill. Don't miss the stained glass at Old North Church. Then head to Boston Harbor, where you will find more of its well-known American Revolution history. Those itching to get on the water have options, too. Spot Boston's seasonal residents on a whale-watching tour. Boston Harbor is bursting with sightseeing boat excursions. Nearby is the USS Constitution, a floating kid-friendly historical experience located close to the Bunker Hill Monument. Those traveling with little ones will find plenty of family-friendly attractions, from the Bush Reisinger Museum, to the New England Aquarium. To the Boston Children's Museum, there are traditional, hands-on, and multi-sensory experiences to be had all year. 1. Stroll along the Freedom Trail. This is a Boston must-do. Every Bostonian that we spoke to said that the Freedom Trail was one of the best things to do in Boston. This 2.5-mile road will take you past 16 historically significant sites that are a total throwback, including the Boston Common, the Massachusetts State House, Granary Burying Ground, Park Street Church, and more. You can either go on a walking tour or discover it at your own pace by following the red line that marks the route. The walking routes are easy to follow and a much more efficient way to see the trail if you're looking to explore on your own terms and the full route. The walking tours are a great alternative if you want to get a deep insight into the significance of each place. Just a little note of advice, some of the walking groups can take up to 40 people, which makes it quite crowded and occasionally they don't walk the whole route. The Freedom Trail Foundation has a really useful downloadable map that'll also help you along your way. Oh, also, if you need a little pick-me-up, pop into the Thinking Cup, which serves some of the best coffee in Boston. 2. Discover the Back Bay neighborhood. Back Bay is one of my favorite little neighborhoods and one of the best things to do in Boston during your visit. Whilst you're in the area, make sure to check out the gorgeous and independent shops and stalls on Newbury Street. There's a whole heap of delicious cafes and restaurants too. Just make sure to try out SRV Restaurant for the tastiest black truffle risotto. If you're hankering for some East Coast seafood, pop into Luke's Lobster Back Bay. They make some of the best clam chowder and lobster rolls in the city. It's a pretty casual joint and totally worth filling up at for lunch. Oh, also, they have the best blueberry soda I've ever tasted. You'll love it. Afterwards, make sure to book this catamaran whale watching tour that's just so incredible. Departing from One Long Wharf, the catamaran will take you out to spot humpbacks, finbacks, minke whales and dolphins. It's one of the best things to do in Boston and perfect after scoffing your face with lobster rolls. Just be sure to book these tickets before arriving in Boston. Tickets can sell out at peak times. 3. Alibi Bar and Lounge. Located within the old Charles Street Jail and the now Liberty Hotel, this ultra-trendy spot is the place to see and be seen when you're spending a night out on the town. On the inside, Alibi stays on brand with nods to the building's criminal past, like its brick walls and cell doors. Couches are strewn about the space, so you and your crew can collapse with a drink and watch all of the beautiful people pass by. While this lounge isn't a full-on club like the venues you'd find in the theater district, it does feature bumping beats from live DJs every Thursday through Saturday. And there's plenty of room for you to get down and dance. 4. Watch a game at Fenway Park. Now, I'm not the biggest sports fan, but I have to say that I love experiencing a whole different sporting event when visiting a new place, with baseball being the game to experience in Boston. Whether you're a baseball fan or not, you've got to visit the home of the Boston Red Sox, at Fenway Park. Even if you can't catch a game during your visit, I'd recommend booking this 1-hour guided walking tour of this iconic site, which is the oldest Major League Baseball park still in use. 5. Ride the swan boats at Boston Public Garden Park. For some peace and quiet, head to the lush Boston Public Garden. Famous for being America's first public botanical garden, you can see plenty of exotic trees, colorful flowers, and even take a ride on the swan boats that are totally cute and kitsch. Just remember the swan boats are only open in the summer months. It's a historical and fun experience, especially if you're wanting a more chilled day. If hunger beckons, grab brunch at the nearby, and totally charming, 75 Chestnut when you're in the area. They make the tastiest fall harvest waffles. This is sponsored by EventMoon, the best event finding app. Get it for free, link in the description.